bring some creep waves with a Carapace and set up a kill.
And this is now Troll, Monkey.
Thunder Predator?
Yeah, I don't think so, right?
It's not been, at least as far as the region goes, it was not. They haven't played this tournament and it was never a go-to pick.
Actually, it's not even picked that. If he's, I haven't seen a single PL so far.
There was one off-stream, I know.
Off-stream, maybe one.
I saw one.
Okay, on this stream, definitely not.
There's been 2 PLs, actually. Just got corrected.
Because Alliance picked Zeus, and it was against the PL, I want to say, in their final game of the tournament.
Speaking of Zeus, PSG.LGD is also a team that picked Zeus.
Okay.
That was in their Alchemist game.
5 seconds.
It's very peculiar. Maybe that Zeus was because either they were playing versus some Terrorblade or PL, or maybe because they were playing against that Prophet. Zeus isn't a hero that's good in the meta, but under certain circumstances you can pick him. Oh, okay, so this makes... who knows?
Carry, maybe?
Who knows? Position 5 Mars, we've seen it from Thunder Predator as well. Maybe they just want to take it away from them. But like you said, it just might be some core Alchemist that's not a position 3.
I mean, particularly when you're picking it with AA ban, because that's that hard counter to the carry Alchemist.
Okay, they have to consider now maybe on Thunder Predator even a Morphling who's good versus the Mars in the laning stage. Bulwark is problematic, but he's also one of those heroes that just outright wins the matchup versus Alchemist later on.
The Nothing to Say has been the one playing Mars mid, of course, quite a bit.
Yeah,
so they have that as a go-to as well. How well does that go against Puck? That is the mid matchup.
I think the lane is okay, right? But it's hard because you can never reliably kill the Puck or catch. I saw Mars with Puck earlier. It was in the Neon game. And Neon's Puck, the Mars tried a couple times to catch the Puck with a spear into arena and just always missed. Very easy to dodge.
Okay, this is a little bit different from PSG.LGD overall. Mirana is in their ballpark. They have played this hero multiple times. Rinkyu has different builds, either the utility or the Yule's Blink catch, or even the Aghanims for the damage. But,
Egg Killer. At least they can kill the Phoenix ultimate fairly fast.
Very good point. And now Thunder Predator, they abuse that with the Timber pick. You don't really have, like, Timber, usually when you pick an Alchemist in this meta, has always been banned. And it's not even the lane that he dominates, it's the fact that you can rotate that Alchemist in the... You always rotate the Alchemist to the jungle, and Timber just follows, because you can't kill him. So he can contest those stacks with 1 or 2 teammates very easily.
It has put them in a position where their MNZ last pick, their carry hero, they're going to be facing all carry bans. Like, the carry pool is very small right now.
Yeah. What do we have left? We have
Wraith King.
Wraith King is pretty bad.
Terrible.
Though. You do not want to ever pick Wraith. That's why it's not banned, because it's been Thunder Predator's best carry. But when you have Alk, you do not care about Wraith King.
The offlane Alchemist feeds on Skellies. That's the problem. You just put down the acid and you get gold from them. And not only in the lane, throughout the game, you see those Skellies taking a tower. You just go there, you get like 300 gold.
Another hero Minos has been playing is the Weaver. Comes to mind.
Option.
Yeah.
Not terrible, actually.
We've seen Mars do pretty well against these range cores, though. I'd almost like rather see kind of like the Jug type heroes.
There's also still 4 bans to go, so what is left behind after that? We got a Viper ban to make sure that there's no break coming out there. PA would have been a good option for Thunder Predator, also removed.
Thunder Predator, they're expecting this to be safe lane or mid lane, perhaps Alchemist, and same for Mars. Because of that, they ban out the Viper, who's also flexible. Obviously, you can put him mid, but exclusively on PSG.LGD, it has been the offlane.
And for Thunder Predator, I think you're just like, whether they're picking a mid, an offlane, whatever, you want to pick heroes that can cause Timber Soul problems. Because you pick this Timber, it's a great Timber game so far. There's some lockdown, some catch, but there's no damage to kill him, so having something like the Viper with the break would work wonders.
For sure, you need something versus this Timber Soul, some extra burst magic damage, or that break.
Yeah.
Maybe
some
pure damage as well.
Question. Does Nyx Assassin still have a break?
No, they took it away in that one mini patch. Jug banned out. In that one mini patch within and the Wraith King. Okay, they still ban out the Wraith King.
Comfort pick.
If the player is godlike on the hero and is winning with it, just get it out. Okay, here we go.
Wait. Is this the first life stealer of the tournament?
It's got to be. I don't know for sure, but I feel like it has to be. I've been following a lot of the games on the side.
Maybe in the wildcard we've seen one, maybe in the wildcard, but not sure.
Oh, they get Razor into it too.
They counter it hard now.
This is the first life stealer. That is the 101st hero of the tournament, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, so with this Razor PSG.LGD, they have... That's nothing to say Alchemist, right? Yeah. So
yep.
They definitely do have late game potential with the Alchemist. Alchemist has a really good time on the lane versus Puck, if Puck is mid lane, which is the case. So you should have a very good time there. Later on, you're going to farm up. Razor should cover the weaknesses against the Timbersaw in the lane.
Yeah.
And Mirana will buy a vessel, so they do have ways of winning this.
It was a great Razor pick. It's going to cause a lot of problems. I think there's a lot of pressure on Frank on his Timbersaw to take over this game because I'm not a big believer in Lifestealer right now.
Okay, but can Frank take over? Will he take over?
I think they have enough answers. I mean, Liz has kind of listed some out there with the Spirit Vessel and the Razor. I'm going to have to go with PSG.LGD for him.
Hater.
And you, Shiver? I'll be last.
I am going to go, looking at the draft. I mean, I don't believe in the Alchemist. I'm going to go for Thunder Predator.
Okay. Yeah, I respect that, but PSG.LGD for me as well. I'm going to go with my fellow analyst.
Hate achiever. What is this?
There's no hate, I swear.
A little bit of hate, maybe. No. It's
Zero.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to go for good Dota because the game doesn't matter for standings. I just want to be treated for Dota because these two teams have been playing the best Dota so far in the group stage. Let's head over to our commentary duo to enjoy this match together with OD Pixel and Lacoste.
I'm really looking forward to seeing some top stuff here from the top two in the group. And Lacoste, well, what do you make of this? That showing of Lifestealer coming out, very quick response with that Razor. Do you think they'll still be able to make the Lifestealer work?
If they wanted to meme, why not just go for a Pudge or something, you know, something fun, Lifestealer, definitely not the fun, and doesn't feel like that good of a Lifestealer game to start with, especially with the Razor pick. The last pick Razor was really on point, you know, I think they're going to have a really good time with the Razor. Also, Alchemist does extremely well against the Puck. Puck's armor is really low, for some reason, Acid Spray lowers your armor by quite a lot, and the duration is 22 seconds for whatever reason. I think that needs to be patched the next patch we get. Seems a bit too OP.
Absolutely. Nothing to say. He's going to be able to farm.
Sorry, 16. I was looking at.
I was going to say. I didn't want to call you out. I didn't want to call you out.
No. It's fine. I'm just making mistakes at the start, so, you know, mid-cast and at the late game, I'm going to be perfect. It's all good.
Exactly. You know, start low, so the expectations, and then come in with a...
Started at the bottom, still there, you know.
We love it down there. Game 1. Thunder Predator versus PSG. Thunder Predator coming off a pretty hot last game. That last series. Let's see if they can keep it going. PSG.LGD is going to bring some problems. Still ready. Why? It's going to be first blood for Leo Star. So a very nice little bit of a boost for him. The laning stage will begin. Obviously, Frank. He's going to be taking the mid this game as Timber. So they have a bit of a matchup against the Alk.
I love what they did, you know, just switching things around, because Puck has 1 armor in the Acid Spray. You have -3 armor. You're literally taking 150% of the damage. Top lane, like, it should still be a good lane for Razor. Good stun by Y. A lot of damage. Stolen by Ame.
Ame's getting pretty low, though. The orb. Ame, he nearly goes down there. On the edge of his life. What sort of regen he's got. Tangos, they don't actually have a salve up here on this top lane, so Ame's going to be able to just slowly regen up, and they can punish that. They come back in. The orb.
He's good. He can try to play a bit more aggressive. Yeah, he has a stick, and also a Fairy Fire doesn't even flinch. But yeah, as your position 5, you kind of need to have a healing salve for these situations where, like, you trade and then you can't really, you know, play aggressive for the next 30-45 seconds if you're just using tangos.
Here we go.
Giving away too much.
Yeah, some XDs in the chat. And 1 more XD and I'm out.
I'm not gonna try if I can actually write something, I'll
Oh, you wanted to
I wanted, I just wanted you out. So mid lane should be pretty good for Frank. He puts an extra point in whirling that or the Timber Chain to close the gap. Nothing to say. Using a healing cell. Needs to be careful.
He's chilling. Likes to live on the edge here, Frank. Not scared of anything. And continuing to farm underneath that acid spray to sort of send a message. He doesn't care. He'll take the damage. He knows he's got the regen pumping with the passive.
A new Lifestealer, he's like old Wraith King. It's actually an old knight, the old Lifestealer where you don't have to use your skills, like you can play with the mouse pretty much, you just right click someone, that's it.
I'll play with the gamepad.
You could, I think that's the hero that could potentially be played with the PS5 controller.
I'll play with voice control. That's how easy it is.
How would you control a hero like?
Right, up, down.
I would just simplify it for myself. I would just say, make a rampage.
Make a rampage. Top lane. Nice little jump there from Leo Star. Dodging the stun and doing pretty well against that Razor. I mean, already have that one kill against Arme. Can't really afford to be dying in this lane. Mid lane.
Is there ever a lane where you can afford to be dying? Not really, huh?
No. No, there is.
So yeah, take that back, please, so we can, focus on the game. I don't know how strong Lifestealer is. I would put him somewhere closer to the bottom, especially at the early stages. Once he gets the items, he's very annoying to play against. Frank diving in deep on the mid lane, but Ame, yeah, he gets the kill.
Leo Star, is he going to be able to get? Why he is. Very smoothly done there as well, making sure he gets a right click in so that the instance of damage blocked by the spike carapace was the right click rather than the damage from the orb. Can guarantee that kill safely.
Moose, Smoke on a mid lane, has a 1-1-1 build that allows him to... It's mana consuming build, but you can make stuff happen, nothing to say. In the jungle, man, love me some jungle heroes.
Who's your favorite?
4 minutes in, guys, I can't lane.
Has been killed.
Playing against Booster, can't lane mid.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Top lane, Moose. He's coming in with a DD gank onto Arme. Arme, he's in a lot of trouble. This hurts. And Moose, he's going to be able to get it. White tries his best there with a stun.
For a second, it looked like Y killed him with the stun. Yeah, Leo style. Going for Urn of Shadows, I like that, just adjusting the item build a lot because he is playing the side lanes, even though we see sometimes Pucks on the mid lane building that Urn.
Yes.
It's very hard for anyone to be on the mid lane right now.
JC getting gone upon here. Xingqiu's trying to jump in to finish it off. Another stick charge from MJZ and another Fairy Fire. MJZ just baiting him in. As MJZ, he's going to be able to live. And now, MNC's able to turn over to Faith Beyond, just dove pretty far. This is going to be enough to slow. Oh.
It's enough. 3 more hits, I would say.
I think 2 more. He's not going to be able to do it. Quite strong enough to slow it, just level 1.
Yeah, movement's below 25% when that's maxed out, and 50 attack speed, which is pretty okay. Once you get that phase, it's very hard to run away from it.
Moves with a lovely little life shard
with
there.
the moves.
With the moves. This man's got the power to move you.
Ame, gotta die again.
I mean, this top lane, they're doing an excellent job.
Oh, moves. Nicely done again. Goes back inside.
Very smooth.
Yeah. I hope this cast is not a snooze festival.
If it is, then the chat will certainly lose out on the entertainment.
Yeah, you gotta get into those
All right,
grooves.
I better stop before we start getting the boos. 2-1. They lead. Leo Star's got 6 kills. I just want to say. He's got them all up there. This is a 6-kill puck.
It's also a 6th, assist task.
That's true. I mean, both very good, whatever angle you look at it from. Unless you look at it upside down and then it'll look like it's a death instead of a kill. But as long as you're looking at it straight up bottom lane. Moving over to Faith Bian. He's ready to dive in. And Faith Bian is going to try and run. They've gone. MJZ with a final punch. Final ball of fire. 7 for 1. Thunder Predator. They are handling these lanes very, very nicely. Top Leo style. Wants to go for this. There is a stun. A-ship faded out. Now Arme's in with the static link. Leo style can get himself far enough away. He can. He's fine. He's got a fairy fire. He's got a stick. He's not scared at all.
Has been killed.
What's up with the floppy hats and mix assassins? Like they just love the item.
They do. I think, yeah, especially PSG.LGD, we see a lot of their players really tend to sort of try and fit them in. So
I think Mind Control started it. You know, started this whole thing.
Yeah,
with the floppy hats.
It really has. It's the current fashion. Very hot right now. There's nothing to say. Moose. One more hit. Has he got it in him? Shard will do it in a few seconds.
Jukes. Nothing to say, but
nice.
You know, he
nothing
also has the moves.
Yeah, nothing to say, nothing to see. Find him there.
Move along. Puck is level 6, no coil. Going straight into Spirit Vessel, which is going to be great against the Alchemist.
Always an essential. There's nothing to say. Going for that Battle Fury build-up, of course. No surprise. He's wanting to get his farm on. It's top net worth at the moment, but not by far. Not as far as you want to be as an out mid. As pretty much Frank, Leo Style, and even me, nearly just as farmed as the mid alchemist so far. 8 minutes in. Frank bullying them underneath the tap. At PSG.LGD, they have to bring 3 in to deal with this aggression of Frank.
That they can't kill him. Like, these 3 heroes just cannot kill him. Even if towers are hitting him, he's way too tanky. With just 4 points in reactive armor. Going into Hood, everything they have pretty much is magical damage anyway. Nyx Assassin's Vendetta doesn't even apply break anymore. Mid tower, Moose will get the last hit.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Fabian getting gone on Frank. I mean, they're just they're playing so much in the faces of PSG.LGD. They're just over in their triangle. Thunder Predator, they're not giving PSG.LGD any sort of space to do anything. It's just full control for Thunder Predator. It's in the base.
He's in. He's near the tier 3 tower. Like, this is the perfect hero for Frank to tank. Like, if someone can tank that much, it is Timbersaw. Ame.
Good old Frank.
Easy pickup.
Always rely on Frank. Frank. And he doesn't die. He's not dying to this. Maybe if White gets the stun.
He's out of mana, has a magic wand in a second.
I mean, Moose is heading over. Can Moose help him?
Snowball.
The snowball. That was beautiful. Moose. My goodness, this boy comes out with play after play today. Moose saving Frank. Leo Style.
Tanks the arrow.
That's Frank's job. I mean, I don't know why Leo Style went in, but he did.
Even if he used the snowball there, like, the regen would kick in. His regeneration per second is 45. With the snowball duration, like, you get almost 200 HP back. It's incorrect, Matt. You know, I like to round up the numbers.
Yeah. But Leo Style dying there. I mean, they sort of just jumped in. I guess it maybe sort of took a moment to take his hands off the keyboard to give a clap for Moose, and then next thing he knew, he was in the middle of it all. But after a 6-0-0, KDA hit there with that one death, but ready to get back out on the map. The 3 of them, Leo Style, Moose, and MJZ. Supernova is up. See what they can do with this.
Smoke. Moose still level 5, even though he's involved in 8 kills. Frank just being in the middle, being annoying. Mars needs 1 CS to be level 6. Lifestealer going for Battle Fury. How do you like that?
Wait, what? Oh,
he's cosplaying Siege Creep unit right now.
Hey, mid lane, look at this goal here. Straight on top of nothing to say with a Supernova. My goodness, the act didn't stand a chance. And now with the coil holding Faith Beyond underneath the Supernova's done, they're going to head over towards him. Frank cuts down a second. Double kill for Frank. They will lose Moose in return. Jinkyu and Y. The Tusk in return. Full aggression continues from Thunder Predators. They're just set on taking these fights deep behind the tier 2s.
That was such a great move, actually. You know, them smoking behind the Timbersaw, who's playing between tier 2 and tier 3 tower. Timber chain away, arrow misses, symphony of skills, stun also misses. Pretty electric, I would say. You remember that song, Vera Electric? Maybe you don't. It's from, I think it's from like Dota 1, maybe start of the Dota 2 days. Like
it's one of those original sort of highlight compilation soundtracks that was used. A lot of electricity this game. Razor on one side.
On the other side we have... What do we have on the other side again?
We have the team itself. So Thunder Predator. Again, more electric than Thunder. Actually, wait, is Thunder electric? Yeah, it must be, right?
Pretty sure it is.
It looks like it.
It looks like it, you know, we'll just go with it.
But I'm sure there's a big power plug up in the sky shooting out the thunder.
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
This is like scientific cast. You learn about Dota, you learn about nature, physics, math.
You don't even need to go to school. You just need to sit here and watch us. Listen to us.
Don't go to school.
That is terrible advice, kids.
No. We're not going to go there. Get some education.
And then you can be smarter than us.
Yeah, you just have to finish the second grade, and you got it.
Is that after the first grade? Here we go in the jungle. Leo Star rolling over. They've got the Dream Core down onto the 2. They're taking out the Razor. They'll lose moves. They don't care. Mars, right behind, puts up the shield. He starts to back away. And Leo Star's in on top of them, and the magic damage between the two of them. Gonna slowly burn Faith Beyond down.
Spear. Yeah, that will not do it. Urn of Shadow will finish off the job.
14 for 5, Thunder Predator.
Do you know what's active from Urn of Shadows called without looking?
Burn of Shadows?
No, Soul Release.
I was close. They'll change the name.
So yeah, 4K gold lead for Thunder Predator. They're making some aggressive moves around the map. They've taken Tier 1 tower on the mid lane, Tier 1 tower on the top. Timbersaw going for the Lotus Orb, which is a sick item against... Yeah, you just want to protect your Lifestealer with it, you know, the static link, that's your job, because Razor has one job. Use it on the Lifestealer, pretty much. Battle Fury almost done. Why is it called Battle Fury anyway? Like, if you're farming, shouldn't it be called, like, Farm Fury?
I don't know, but every time I buy it, my teammates get pretty furious.
Battle Furious. Alchemist, also his Battle Fury done, on top of the 2 bracers going into S and Y. Pretty standard stuff. Get some status resistance, then HP regeneration amplification.
Frank. The shards, moves again! Oh! These shards, they're just the creme de la creme of shards here from moves. Beautiful placement every single time. He traps them out, they can't run. They cannot run here. Now White, he's trying to, but Frank's on top of him. Dream Core down, they're not messing about. They want the kill, they get the kill. 2 more here for Thunder Predator. The movements continue, the pressure stays on.
Nice done by TP. Lifestealer still, you know, not joining any fights, just farming the Ancients, farming the triangle with that Battle Fury. Going into Yasha, which is okay, wants to be able to be more speedy, get away from Razor's static link. Timbersaw, Lotus Orb done. I see Guardian Greaves. I press like because you just want to be, you know, tanky enough. Extra mana regen. You're playing against the Nyx Assassin as well. A lot of overtime damage coming out from that Spirit Vessel and the Phoenix. I think Phoenix just finished off the Veil, so that's going to help out quite a lot. A lot of magical damage. Oh, Supernova.
Oh, it's a little far away. But not that it matters, as Moose and Frank seem to be doing it on their own. Sunray comes out, MJ's, he didn't even need to be anywhere close with the Supernova. The job is still a successful one, as Arme still goes down. Thunder Predator just continuing to make this game one so far look pretty easy. I mean, sure, it's only 4K lead, but I say only, that's definitely more than it seems.
Because there's an Alchemist on the enemy team.
So it's more like
if you had to choose a number, 50, okay, you just added a 0.
Added a 0.
I would, you know, maybe round up F10 pot getting on. Done.
Finally saw the PSG.LGD able to make a move themselves like that. Moves. He's going to need some backup. It's coming in. Frank's heading over. JinQY and Faith Beyond. They're sticking around. Actually, Frank's TP is going to be put to a stop. I believe probably cancelled in the mid lane. So MJZ comes down instead. No Supernova though. MJZ will dive away.
Has a healing salve. But the Urn. Moonlight Shadow. Life Stealer. Yeah, you don't have any abilities. You can't really do much. Just try to right click, rage. We'll get a kill on Nyx Assassin at least.
More money for the farm of Minos.
Frank has just been sitting on a mid lane pretty much forever.
Frank. The loads herself, so Concoction going to be quickly sent back over towards Nothing to Say. The link going. Frank on the escape, and he's got the backup. Moose comes over with the snowball. They're straight onto Arme. Arme just blown up at the front of it all. PSG.LGD not with the means to be able to protect it. And the Predator have so much burst with the lead that they have.
Like, even with the Spirit Vessel on Mirana, it's going to be very hard to kill this Timbersaw. Has a way of dispelling things once he gets that Guardian Greaves, which, you know, he still needs like 5 minutes to finish off. It's a costly item. So second way of dispelling things, some extra mana regeneration, which is going to be nice. And Life Stealer, he keeps farming.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
By Carapace in the cleave of the Battle Fury to try and send this up. Why? Arena's down, but Minos, he's already popped the rage. They head over with the snowball straight over towards Y. TP's coming in for PSG.LGD. Y, he's going to be able to live here with the final team despite Carapace, but they'll get the burst.
This is a good Supernova.
It's holding the high ground here. PSG.LGD, they've got to really consider if they want to stay fighting around it. Infest keeps him alive as Minos is able to jump into moves, survive for this as they'll move on, diving up towards the tier 3. The Sunray burning down Faith Beyond as 4 dead on LGD. Once again, Thunder Predator proving that this game, it's just impossible for PSG.LGD to fight back into this line.
They're so fast to react to what's happening on the map. Good try from Y, you know, use that Carapace on the cleave, but Timbersaw says, bro, come inside of me, I'll protect you. Lifestealer hops in with the Infest, and now, after he finishes that S and Y, like, those stuns are not gonna matter that much. The extra status resistance will kick in. He will be a bit more tanky. Hits level 15, extra 25 damage. Like, this Lifestealer is having a really dream game, even though, you know, he's playing into Razor.
Dire's middle tower has
Tetsu's finally taken out here. Frank finally decides, you know, he's done sort of fighting behind it. He'll push it down with the creep wave. With the BKB out on Nothing to Say, but still very hard for him really to have any sort of impact in these fights. 0-1 and 0. Been a very unimpactful game so far from the Alchemists. Over on the side of Thunder Predator, they're just getting so much done. Into the Roche Pit they head. Frank still keeping the attention away from that area, pushing him mid. PSG.LGD, they've got to make a decision if they can even try and get over it, and they're not going to be able to. It goes down
just
quickly.
Going down too fast. Y scouting things out. Tusk already has a Blink Dagger, so he can be the one, you know, creating the saves inside the Mars Arena when they initiate on someone, plus Infest. Like, they have so many ways of protecting each other. Sunray is maxed out on top of that. They're relying so much on the Alchemist. Like, in terms of net worth, like, it's going down because Alchemist is still farming. Nothing to say, nothing to be involved in as well. 0-1-0 score, but he will be fight ready soon.
And they still can't deal with Frank mid. Frank has just lived his life right underneath the tier 3 tower. He's even diving it. He's looking for Faith Beyond. Beyond will be able to save himself, pushing Frank back with the spear. Elsewhere, Minos, he's killed off Arme, and over towards the base. Nothing to Say is trying to turn up.
This could be a bit problematic. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh,
maybe Sunray keeping him alive.
They're healing him up. He's going to be able to get
He
the
still
life
has
off.
it
He's
good.
fine. Frank is going to live. The dream calls out onto the three of them. The Supernova as well. Frank's still alive.
Not what a pop
From
is.
Nothing to Say. The snowball picks up Frank. Frank, he'll live. You can't flank the Frank.
You cannot. Passive food. He didn't even flinch. Did not want to pop it, even though it's 75 mana. Moose. He can't get out of this one, can he?
I think he can. He
Snowball
just
plus a blink dagger. Okay, he's okay. Like
there's nobody's dying on Thunder Predator.
Dire's middle tower.
As I said, they're keeping everyone safe. Multiple saves. Infest, Sunray, Snowball. Dealt some damage on the tower. Didn't have too much tower damage at the moment. Like Lifestealer needs to get another item, another 2 items. I love that build. I've seen, I believe it was Navi's carry player. Like, I'm not sure if it was like the current Navi roster that is playing right now. When he was playing against the Alchemist and I believe more, like Armlet into Scotty, just to cripple both of them. Like the regeneration is so good and extra slow.
Look at Minos. He's just running straight in. He knows he's going to have the back of a Leo's Darling. Comes with the silence on the 2 of them. Jump forward, moves on to nothing to say. That's the out. Dead and gone for 50. Over towards why they turn. It's a good stun on the 3 of them. The arrow comes out. Will stun moves, but the heals are there from as Phoenix to Sunray every time from MJZ. Keeping them topped up and not in a position PSG.LGD to be able to commit and actually finish anybody off.
I feel like PSG.LGD is not playing Dota. They don't have the answer for this Timbersaw.
He's going in. Faith Beyond will turn with the arena. It's a swing and a miss.
Leo style pretending he's AFK. Look at that one. I love that.
Is he actually?
He is.
No,
he is. Checkbox.
Oh my goodness. They're feeling it right now. He's going to come back in. Stream calls out. They take out White. They beat up Faith Beyond.
I believe this might be it. They're calling it. Nothing they can do anymore in this game. Like they got outplayed so hard. Like this Timbersaw was causing so many issues. Like no real response. And I love that smoke behind the Timbersaw when he was playing so aggressive. They get surprised. Just some nice stuff. Like Thunder Predator as a team looks super crispy, even though they are already, qualified for the playoffs. They're still giving 100%. They want to win each and every single game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is just a continuation of this incredible level of Dota that Thunder Predator have been bringing out.
Offlaners, we've seen some teams run it. And the other thing I think that was very kind of unorthodox for PSG.LGD is Ame. He was playing a Razor. That's just not being an Ame hero. Razor typically has been a mid laner, I'd say. At least that's where it's looked best. And Ame's looked best on carries.
Yeah.
It's a really good answer. Like, you can see why you would pick Razor. You're playing versus Lifestealer, you're playing versus Timber. It's not that bad, really. But they just couldn't start this game. They couldn't even start it. Yeah, Alchemist was farming, but that's not it. Like, you need your Razor to do well. And most importantly, you need a Timber Saw to not just be stomping. Because once he starts diving, you could see it. They had no ways of killing him.
Yeah, he was just too darn tanky. Great draft coming out from Thunder Predator. Do you guys feel like with the first phase out, it was a little experimental then? Like, are you gonna pin it on that? Is that the reason PSG.LGD lost?
It's all the reason they lost. I mean, we talked about how the game kind of fell apart in lanes. I think it was going to be a rough game for them, even if maybe the lanes didn't go quite perfectly. But some aspect of trying something different, I think it was just a number of factors. They didn't play their best Dota. The lanes didn't go well. They were trying something new. I think they still learned from this game a lot, and we're going to see some of those adjustments in Game 2.
Swapping the lanes definitely could have saved them at least a little bit. Alchemist would have hit his timing a little bit faster. Timber wouldn't be able to dive as early as he did, but yeah, Thunder Predator can't take anything away from them. Yet another very clean game from them.
Definitely, and also I think a clean choice for MVP in Frank. His Timber Saw was on point, and yeah, very well deserved MVP. He crushed it. Obviously, he got set up for success. That helps. You know, you get put mid against an Alchemist that you can bully time and time again.
Didn't you play like these pop games in which Timber Saw is playing against you and then he's just diving, standing between your tier 2 and tier 3 10 minutes in?
What are you going to do?
Yeah, and you can't do anything to him.
And I think you're like me. You're a support player mostly, too. When you're a support and you see this Timber who's just unkillable, you're like,
You're a mid laner.
what do I
It's
do?
like, help me.
Like,
Like,
this
what
guy's-
am I going to do?
He's already got max reactive. Like, I'm a support who's level 3 or level 4. Like, what the hell are you meant
Your
to
mid
do?
laner is pinging him, your carry is threatening that he's going to destroy his items because you're not there. This Timber Saw, he breaks your soul, not only the towers.
And they brought 3 heroes mid. Both supports rotated, and they were just like watching Timber cut the wave. It was, it's a feeling of helplessness that is miserable.
I don't think we're going to see that again. I think that PSG.LGD is going to stick to what worked for them before, not first phase Alking. And even if they were, I think they're going to be better prepared this time around. Or rather, I hope they will be. We're going to find out because Game 2 is right around the corner. Stay tuned for our final game of the group stages here at the One Esports Dota 2 Singapore Major.
like all out or not. I think the other thing to factor in is this has been a grueling 4 days for PSG.LGD. They went through the wild cards. Now they're at the end of the group stage. They may just be ready to focus on the playoffs. They've got to, of course, play this last game, but they may just be looking to pick whatever.
Both of these teams have had so many games in the last couple of days that it's difficult to see them going and playing the same level of Dota like in the previous series, especially because it doesn't really mean anything. But again, first international LAN in a really long time.
Yeah.
You're representing your region. There is a little bit of that.
You got to take everything that you can. Also, for people at home, this is the last game of the group stages, but you want to stick around because after that, we're gonna, of course, find out who's gonna play what. Who's gonna play who, rather. We're gonna find out who's gonna play what in the draft in a second, but who's going to play who tomorrow in the playoffs, and that's something you want to stick around for. So make sure that got your agenda cleared already for the next bit, because that's gonna be very exciting. There's 5 teams sitting in their hotel rooms at the moment, watching every game, trying to research all the games that have been played over the last 2 days, last 4 days actually, because 2 of the upper division teams or upper bracket teams are coming from the wildcards. They've got a lot of study material actually, Lizard.
I feel bad for all the analysts and coaches that need to go through everything. Like, I've seen Blitz. He's been complimenting Jabs as their analyst and the one that prepares a lot. Jabs, good luck, buddy. Like,
he's up in time, he's in Europe, obviously. I saw that he was at least staying up.
Yep.
About an hour from now, they can at least hone in on their one opponent.
Yes.
If you're an upper bracket team. The lower bracket teams, they will know who
The 2 teams. They have 2 teams to narrow it down to, depending on who drops where. But yeah, those upper division teams, they're studying a lot of Dota at the moment. I mean, it's good Dota to watch as well. So I'm not gonna feel bad for them. This is their job, It's been a while. They should be excited about this, like we are excited for this. So let's talk about game 2. Or sorry, Lizard, what do you want to say?
I've seen so many tweets and Reddit posts and whatnot. There's always that one guy that says like, but they're professionals. This is what they're supposed to be doing. Yeah, that's what they're supposed to be doing. And then they're like, but I play 10 games a day. 10 pubs is not the same. Like,
okay, we got our.
He's like,
do we have to analyze this draft?
Yes, we do.
Okay, well, I'm not going to.
That's your job. Aren't you a professional, guys?
yeah, it's 5 series a day.
I'll give this one to Liz.
Is 5 series a day too much for you? Like, what's happening here? All right, so Jinkyu is a scary techies player, and sometimes when teams see that it's a good techies game, they do ban it against PSG.LGD. So anything is possible. This most likely looks like a Fate Beyond Nature's Prophet offlane, position 4 techies with position 5 Tusk, Thunder Predator, Oracle.
Yeah.
Is this going to be some cheese?
Husker?
Yeah.
I mean,
possible.
Possibly. I must say, there's in terms of bans, Thunder Predator is going a little bit more crazy compared to PSG.LGD with the Pudge ban, the Ricky ban.
Templar Assassin in the first phase ban as well. Okay, but that's because of the SF, right? But Pudge ban is peculiar, and definitely not gonna step away from that. Sometimes you just have to enjoy yourself and have fun with the game that you're playing, because
they know like you say, all the teams are sitting watching this game, waiting to see the playoff bracket get drawn, and they're like,
maybe not all of them are watching right now. Maybe some of the analysts are asleep, and then in the morning, they wake up, they see, techies picked. Okay, guys, you have to ban techies.
They're going into bonus time. You know what else?
Stop.
We can't pick Punch. So what do we do instead?
Yeah, it's hard now. After that Punch ban definitely puts.
They're getting the techies combos.
Yes, I was gonna say either you hook people onto the mines or you skewer them in. Yeah. There you go.
Venge swap is another one. Maybe you run some carry Venge.
True.
One thing that you have to remember that they're not stepping away at all from their comfort zone on PSG.LGD. So even though Thunder Predator, they're banning the Pudge and whatnot, this is definitely something in PSG.LGD's valley, like the alley.
Wheelhouse.
You think we would see this draft in the playoffs? You think we'd see them pick Mag Techies in the playoffs, is what you're saying? Because I'm not buying it, Lizard. I'm not buying it.
If anyone would do it, it would be Navi and PSG.
Yeah.
Right?
If there is a techie.
PSG.LGD
They like their techies, but
to ban.
Magnus techies, okay, it's a bit of a meme.
Turn to pick.
And Thunder Predator, they also aren't messing around. Yeah, they did ban out some heroes that are unconventional, but
If they had picked like Pango in the first two with like an Oracle and then gone, if this was their final draft and you saw a different pick order, you'd be like, yeah, this is a legit normal
draft. Yeah.
They're not totally memeing. It's very clear Leo Style just wanted to play some SF and told his captain, pick me SF this game. I wanna do something for the fans.
It's not a hero that's completely out there. Like SF, we have seen him picked a couple of times. It came back after that Prophet resurged because it's a good counter pick on the mid lane. But yeah, as first pick, first phase, and then followed by a Shaker, it is a little bit,
He saw Ori play against him, and it's like, we lost this SF. I want to do a little myself.
So, PSG.LGD, this should be their carry as last pick.
Yeah.
They need something that's decent against Troll. They could go for something ranged, some Drow maybe, even if they want to really spice things up.
Don't they want to empower target, though?
Yeah,
that's true as well.
With a mag.
That's definitely very true.
PA still in the pool. Juggernaut. PA Juggernaut are the two that are...
Jug is pretty great, yeah.
And you got the techies to delay the game, so you need some hard carry here.
Just pick our Corden, lol. Go super late.
Go big or go home.
Yep.
Well, they're both not going home. They're both going to upper bracket, but in this game specifically, they're using up all their bonus time as well. I actually see a lot of pensive faces.
Yeah, they're very,
He's
very...
smiling.
Yeah,
He's pensive, but he's smiling. He's already thinking about what he's having for dinner.
yeah. I don't know when all these players were finding time to eat in between some of these games, by the way.
It's insane. Probably, if you see someone feeding, he might be grabbing a snack. 5 more seconds. Yeah, the problem...
If you see a team using up all their bonus time, it's like someone is finishing their meal.
That's definitely not your empower hero. As far away from that as possible.
It looks also like it's going to be a...
safe lane Nature Prophet. Yeah, offlane OD. So they have some setup now with the blast off, right? You have imprisonment into the blast off, which is pretty neat, but PSG.LGD's draft, this last pick does not look very convincing.
What do you mean? You're not going to predict the techies to win, Lizard?
Of course,
it's your region.
Of course I
You've
am.
been for 8 weeks. You've been covering the Chinese region. You're not going to go for them?
For 8 weeks, I've been covering them, and I've seen 0 techies.
They were saving it for
They were saving it for the major, and because of that, I'm 100%
Too
going
late.
with
It's decided.
It's decided.
All right, Shiver.
I have no power
heads
here.
Heads or tails?
Do you have a coin?
No, just you call it. I've already heads or tails. No?
Heads.
Okay, heads is Thunder Predator. Good. Thunder Predator, lock me in.
I'm going to go for the same.
You would have said that no matter what.
No. I chose which was heads, which was tails.
All right. Well, we're going to find out how this techies game is going to play out. Is it going to have a 100% win rate here, or is it going to have 0% win rate? We're going to find out together with Lacoste and ODPixel.
Yeah, techies Lacoste. We're getting to see it here coming out from PSG.LGD, of course, one of the that is known to have quite the techies player in Xing Q. Thunder Predator be ready to deal with this. Thunder Predator, they laid some big confidence out here.
They did, but
let's go.
Remember, like usually techies does not have any kind of steroid. This game, Empower from Magnus, I don't think they can stop them.
That's the real empowered target that the panel missed up upon. And I mean, overall, how much do you think Thunder Predator got away with the first pick SF? Like, do you see some of these heroes on PSG.LGD and think, hey, you know what, this hero's going to cause troubles for the Shadow Fiend down the line?
Tusk. Yeah, Tusk and Dirt Spirit, they're 2 best heroes that you can have against the Shadow Fiend. Easy to go on him, ton of damage.
Oh! Q. I found him. He's going to try and get away, but Fisher's up.
Moves. Gets the first blood.
Oh, the XD's coming out again. I'm out.
30 seconds to battle.
I'm just thinking, I'm glad that Techies dies. I'm a big Techies hater. I'm just having You know, some flashbacks whenever I see that little fella. And it's not the good flashbacks.
No.
So yeah, they have Fate Beyond playing OD. Great setup with Astral Imprisonment for Techie's Blast Off. He's going in again. 2-man silence.
They can kill MJZ. Accepts his fate. He knows he can't run. He knows he's done for. He knows. Cancel there, makes his way straight up towards the top lane. He's going to start very low on the HP. Tango's no Sal. Sal, but maybe brought out to the lane by MJZ. Yep, he's got a Sal. Good to go for the lane. Some of these lane setups. So the mid-max coming back here from Nothing to Say. How do you think it's going to do? Do you sort of rate Magnus in the mid-matchup?
Magnus is going to farm, but so is SF. SF has a free farm. Like, you keep bringing those mangoes, keep spamming the wave. He has a bottle queued up. Shockwave will secure that last hit.
Nicely timed. And the armor, the carry profit. We've seen some of this before. You're happy to see it here.
I don't recall. I just don't recall Ame playing Nature's Prophet. Most of the time when they picked the Prophet, it was played by Fate Beyond, like this is his go-to hero. But Ame playing the Juggernauts, playing the Monkey Kings, pretty much morphling whenever he can get a hand on that. But I don't recall seeing Nature's Prophet.
Frank. Got to get too much out of this lane so far. Why? Pretty much well away from the creep wave. Top lane on the other side of things. Faith Beyond. A bit of a... By the time at least able to get some damage in onto Minos. Still hard to do though. Just having MJZ on his Oracle keeps lane very safe and robust for Minos.
A lot of, like, this lane is super strong. It's been strong for a long period of time. They're going on Fate Beyond. He still does not have a point in Astral. Should I be able to kill him? Silence from the Xin Q. Such great impact from Techies there. Hiding in the shadows. Using Blast Off. It's a ton of damage. And using the healing salve. We'll see how it's going to go. But should have a free farm here.
Please able to interrupt this pull that I'm just trying to get going. Still doesn't matter too much. Position wave it isn't bad. Mid lane. To say has got the ball out. Start keeping the raise stacks up. A little tougher, Nothing to Say to step up, but even so, Nothing to Say doing a very good job at.
Yeah, he's farming, even though like it's not Mag favorite matchup. He's still getting the most out of it. Someone will need to try to secure the rune for him because it will be pretty big. I don't think he wants to bring any extra region to this lane. Possibly one set of tangos, but that's it. They really don't benefit from Empower. You know, in terms of cleave, damage is okay-ish on Nature's Prophet, but that's it. Except for Techies. Like, Techies, I could go all day about it, you know, how he's good. Like, level 25.
He'll get there. No, that's the plan.
Eventually.
You know, you pick Techies, you're hoping to get that.
Where's that meme coming from? Why is it 252 damage? Why is it not 250? Where does that 2 come from? Because it was 250,
It was. I mean, there must be some really sort of big brain next level meme reason for it. The only excuse. Mid lane. The O'Style is wandering in for the kill. TPs are coming in. Swive will turn up. The O'Style will turn. Getting Stewart under the tier 2. Can he get the kill in time? He can't. The O'Style goes down. PSG.LGD turn their attention over towards Moose as well. As they'll be able to get the 2 of them here.
That was such a nicely done move by Nothing to Say. He was waiting with the skewer for a very long time and then goes to the tier 2 tower, gets some extra armor, gets some extra region, now picks up the bottle rune. Picks up the bottle rune? What's that even mean? He picks up the rune with the bottle and he's level 5.5. Whenever Tusk rotates, it like should be a kill. He's a bit low on mana on Tusk because if you go 1-1-1 build, like you need to have mangoes, you need to have clarities running.
lane as anticipated. Just no struggle for Minos.
For a second, I checked the bottom lane. I'm like, you know, Old 11 is struggling on Pango because that's pretty much all he plays. Like I've seen,
so used to it, yeah.
He's not even in this game.
Top, behind. It's time, yeah, they try and get a go on him, but got to be very careful, especially as low as they are. Jinq, be ready to jump them if they commit. Bottom lane, especially there from Moose, as Arme just walks a little too close. Top lane, Jinq will get the kill. Cost him his life, as Minos is able to pick him up, trying to run down Faith Beyond, but why? With the rotation, and on top of the troll, mischance from the axis. Finds some time for Minos, but he can't run from this. The Astral from Faith Beyond.
Oh, he's alive! Raindrop actually keeping him alive in the sidestep dodge.
Oh, he did. I didn't expect that. He didn't expect that. I guess that he didn't check for the raindrop. I didn't check for the raindrop. I guess Faith Beyond didn't check for the raindrop.
You didn't check for the raindrop? I can see you, Owen. You have hands behind your back.
Well, that raindrop. I mean, Faith Beyond.
And now they get a kill. Yeah. Like, this is pretty fog.
At mid lane, RP being dropped down onto Leo style. The follow-up jump from Jinq. He'll get the kill done. Down bottom, aggression from Thunder Predators. Frank's diving in. Wants Arme, he'll get it with a swashbuckle. Snowball comes out from Y.
Stay frosty. Double damage.
Managed to bring down Frank.
Level 5.5, like you will get closer to level 6 on this position 5 Tusk. Like having that Vulrus punch plus attack team early on is just gives so much damage. You can like, I'm not gonna say one shot, but 2-3 shot these supports.
Minos. A little bit more cautious about ending the top lane now with the levels that Faith Beyond does have.
And we can feel that teams are not playing, 100% if this was a game when something would matter. I don't think they would play like that, but they're just chilling.
They're chill. I like it when they chill.
Makes our job easier. We don't have to be 100% serious.
Well, if they chill too much, we might
get fired. No. If they're being too clowny, like we might as well. And we don't want that.
No.
Frank has level 6 up and the Orb of Corrosion.
Oh, Couriers.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Goodbye, Techie's courier. Jinq. A little sad. Portion of his soul ring taken away from him. Frank rolling out, rolling in. He's thinking about getting right back over the water, but he is alone.
Yep, they see me rolling, they laughing. No worries, didn't catch anything.
Nothing to say. Build for him. Treads straight into the blink.
I thought you were going to say nothing to say about that roll. Earthshaker level 5. I like that extra point in Fissure instead of having like 1-1-3. Because like lowering the cooldown on the Fissure, the damage, also like the stun duration. And level 2 is okay. It's not like you're going to have a blink dagger straight away anyway for the Echo Slam.
8-minute room. Leo Star's going to be able to get it top. Why? Nothing to say. Trying to go for moves. Blast off the mark. Jinq not able to find the damage. Arme's coming in for the high ground. Nothing to say, but a 2-man RP locks down moves. And Frank's still able to get the swashbuckle off. Nothing to say. He's up to the high ground. He'll make it out of there. Faith Beyond's trying to get in on this, but the chance for Minos to just close the gap, get on top of the OD. Thunder Predator to get the 2 kills. PSG.LGD having to back right off. Nothing to say. Completely out of regen.
Troll is very fast in terms of like just the whole team is very quick to react to what's happening on the map. They even bring the Troll who's going for the battle fury but still wants to take a fight, and I believe he like in the middle of a fight put the raindrop in his backpack because he does not want to waste it. Like he feels very secure that he's not gonna die there, but also does not want to waste it. So it's all about the efficiency, all about these small things.
Is under attack.
Both teams getting some jelly. The core favourite. Very happy with that. In a game like this where 2 carries, very happy to farm in away Arme. Once he gets the Orchid, he'll expect some heavy aggression from him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
attack. Who got
attack.
the second jelly? One on OD and one on Magnus. Yeah, because Nature's Prophet does not really need it. He has this global presence, can easily just refill Y on the bottom. Already used his kit, so cannot do too much.
One of the TPs. Frank rolling in. He'll find Y. Bit of safety fall by the Astra, but Frank's ready to come back round for round 2. Actually going to miss Y the second time. Why will be fine, Frank? He's looking pretty dead here. As they'll surround him.
They even bring the techies. They brought the most important hero in this team just to secure the kill on Pango. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Troll can start pushing some towers because he just saw a lot of rotations. Nature's Prophet has a TP scroll ready, so he can be the one getting there.
DD rune. At the bottom for Leostone, they're still rolling in on him. He has got a DD. Why? He's very, very low. I mean, he's just immediately dead. The Fisher ultimate position, and now they'll turn over with the control onto Faith Beyond. 2 easy kills within the Predator in the mid lane.
That's an early Yule Scepter pickup by Shadowfin. 10 minutes in and has 1200 gold on top of that. Like, this is a place where techies wants to be, so they need to be a bit careful. Was that like one mine that brings him half HP?
I think it was just one of
Q. Where's the Raze at? He finds him.
Leo style, perfectly lining it up. Mines are gone. Frank, he's looking for Y. Finds another in the trees. And the Predator just getting kill after kill here in the mid lane. Leo's stuck. But the Yule's control setting up for Frank to close in onto Nothing to Say. Rolling Thunder into the Rec Room. Not enough damage though, being as far away as he is. Arme has TP'd in on top.
Big
There's
RP.
the RP for Nothing to Say. Gets both Frank and MJZ. With the skewer forward, he'll land the slow onto Moose. Moose be able to make his way out of this. He isn't. The last hit coming in from Faith Beyond.
Ahmed with the big ulti. They went in too deep. Did not expect that much damage coming out from the Nature's Prophet ulti, which is, you know, like already said it in the previous cast, so I can just change things a bit. You know, cool. Global Finger of Death. You know, it's something. I think it's like 650 or 700 on the last deck, which is pretty insane.
You've got to be prepared for that each and every time that you start diving. Arme is going to be quick to its end. Thanks to that by Arme. Very close to having his Orchid complete. Draws mid after the blink, going for the Echo Save. Nothing to Say. Just got a bit more of a punch himself. Overall, from the Predator with a 1k lead. Very close. As Minos has his farm looking to Battle Fury. Pretty much done.
Shaker getting close to his Blink Dagger, so that's gonna help quite a lot. You know, just being able to counter-initiate. Sometimes all you need is a Fisher. They also have Oracle ulti to reset the things. But they don't have the best heroes against the techies. Like, you're a techies expert, right?
Not at all.
Not at all? Why did I think you were?
Don't play Techie up.
Mid-tech. You never played mid-tech.
I feel insulted. You know. That's for me, thank you very much.
Because I was like, you know, these are not good heroes against the techies. You have no summons, no illusions, nothing that can pop off those mines.
No. Yeah, the 3 melee heroes are going to have a great time, and the 2 range. Squishy. The River Frank. Going for Y. Debate those. GQ's ready to turn things around. The blast
Get the silence off.
They'll get it. Successful bait there from Y.
You do understand that we could be here for like 90 plus minutes. Are you ready? You got your water.
Be a long walk.
You just ate belly full.
Yep, I'm ready for a long one. I hope Chaz as well. Get yourself something to drink, something to eat.
Regeneration.
Get yourself all cuddled up. Get your blanket out, nice and warm, or nice and cold if it's already too warm. Prepare for a long one. It's a good one, really. Last one of the day as well. Be a nice little bedtime game, this one. Maybe it's morning where you are.
I was always wondering, like, what would happen if 2 teams just, you know, agree we're gonna come into the game, but we're not gonna finish it.
Well, I believe that would probably against a lot of rules.
Where are those rules? I don't think I've ever read the rule that say, like, yeah, you have to finish the game.
Have to. Maybe there's some truth to it. Moose. Gonna drop down the slam onto Faith.
Good roll.
Gets the angle over towards Arme.
We'll get Arme.
The mines though, they're causing issues for Moose. Moose can't get over. So Xingqiu able to blow him up. One more rage from Leo Style will do it. Didn't quite find
That
it.
was such a quick reaction on Yules.
Oh, Xingqiu's still alive. He's going to be able to turn front of him. Right now, Frank's in trouble. Frank goes down. Xingqiu will finally fall. It's 3 dead on both sides.
Leo Style was so quick with the Yules, except for on a mag. The way he blinked, like he was just Yules, I think he was like precasting it because there was an observer board on the high ground.
We'll have a look again here on the replay. Things start. Arme will deal with the Pango. Both teams, they bring the full forces down it. And just blowing everything onto Fabian. Making sure that there's no OD to deal with at the start of the fight. Of course, Frank finding those angles. Still, Xingqiu just living a little too long for Thunder Predator to really deal with. Back in the action. Heading over to Leo Style.
Oh, they got him. They got him real good. Fisher will block him off.
It's a good block. It's going to be allowing Minos to get on top of Arme. Off back Minos for now with the Astral. Minos, is he going to still try and chase the Orchids out? Minos has to be careful. He's got the backup of NKZ.
Xingqiu is a mean Techies player. Like, you can see where he's placing the mines inside the pit that actually trigger outside the pit. Like, I never learn when I play against the Techies. Because all I'm doing is, you know, just raging, trying to suppress my rage, not to use the old chat. So, like, I don't learn where the mines are placed or anything.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's definitely setting up, especially around this mid lane, making it a very dangerous place for Thunder Predator to ever push into. Catch Y here with the Yules. A little bit of time bought with the snowball. The three of them running him down. Y. He's got a nice little attempt with the shards to push himself over the cliff. Quite able to get that angle. That goes down. Another kill for Leo Style, keeping him at the top for first pick SF. Leo Style certainly having a strong game.
Yeah, they're doing good. Level 14, Boots of Travel, Yules. You're an SF player, right?
No.
If you're not a Techies player, like, you have to be SF player.
I'm not an anything player. I'm terrible.
Do you think it's going to be more of an Arcane Blink type of a game or Abyssal Blade?
Nah, he's going.
He just queued it up. Yeah, you're cheating.
I think he'll go for both. You know, if you're going to do sort of this sort of build, you get the Arcane and then you're very likely to get the Abyssal afterwards. It's going to fit so nicely, especially when he's getting at this good time. You know, he's getting away with this because he is top net worth. The Arcane Blink's going to be on at a very good timing this game for Leo Style. And lots of good ways to set up as well. Fisher, Frank coming in with the Rolling Thunder. If they initiate with either of these two and Leo Style's able to find the follow-up, this Requiem is going to do a lot of damage.
I don't think he can blow up. Nothing to say he needs one more hero. Y is very close.
Moves. He's on to Faith Beyond with the Echo. Astral will keep Faith Beyond protected momentarily. MJC able to get off the false promise just in time. Faith Beyond finally taken out as Leo Star finishes off with the raise. Minos able to get over towards Y. And now they're looking to dive in further. The mines go off, but it's not enough damage to stop Thunder Predator from diving in. Picking up 2 more for Minos. There's nothing to say. The only one surviving. 4 dead on PSG.LGD.
Techies pickers deserve this kind of treatment. They're going to take their tier 1 tower. Troll getting slowly out of control, you know, has a full SNY plus a Battle Fury. If they want to go inside the pit, they still have a Sentry Ward, but you need to be careful. You can see in and out, scout things out, what's happening there. Also minus armor coming up from the Orb of Corrosion, and the Lucky Shot is more than enough. Like Pango, like one of the reasons why Pango is also super strong is because Roshan does not deal any damage to him.
Absolutely not. The RNG normally tends to be good enough to keep it pretty much permanent disarmed. You wish. That's Roshan. Minos, he's able to pick it up before PSG.LGD can do anything about it. Now Minos, he's ready to fight. Head straight over towards the two of them. Up on the high ground. There's some mines set up here. Now head up. Troll on the front lines. Fisher down onto the 3 of them. Frank's leading over with the Rolling Thunder. Looking straight towards Fabian. Gets the angle onto both Fabian and Arme. Minos, he's on top of the Prophet. Arme's going to go down. Double kill for Minos. As it's again a cleanup from Thunder Predator. They find the 3 and they lose nobody.
MJZ was quick using that Fate Seeding straight away during the skewer, so he takes no damage from the mines. Like, we can already see what the PSG.LGD is trying to do, what kind of a game they're playing. One of the reasons why Thunder Predator also banned Pudge. Fortunately, we don't see him. I would be hyped.
That would have been
that would have been okay.
That's just Moose. He wants this to make it dead.
Don't we all?
There we go. No problems from Thunder Predator to just dive like this whilst 3 heroes are dead.
Oh, I love the build on MNZ. Get that heart. You know, they don't have any kind of burst damage, so that extra region, you can go around. You can't be that guy who's picking up all the mines, not caring too much about the damage.
An excellent item as well. We just survived a period where we're seeing a few more hearts picked up. Very much sort of the tanky item over the Satanic with the changes over the previous patches. This is the beefy boy item. No doubt about it. He's going to just be able to walk straight down these lanes with no cares in the world. Nothing to say. After a few pretty nice RPs to start things off, but certainly slowed down a bit for him. As mid lane, coming in with the bots. As a TP over from Leostas is going to set up onto this Magnus. Nothing to say. He tries to skewer out, but they've got him. Jump.
They're playing so well, even though, you know, it could be a meme game from PSG.LGD, but also first big Shadow Fiend. They're going in. Frank is in.
Frank. No, he's not getting out. The mines will take him down. They're able to trap MJZ as well. Post the false promise on himself. Minos still trying to do his best to keep MJZ safe. He's not going to be able to do so. He's got a bail on this one.
That's too much damage. Troll was not with the team. He's holding the Aegis for another 2.5 minutes, but he's like, I still want this heart. I do not want to die to Tekis, which is understandable.
Yeah, it was quite a bit of a dive from them there. Not the easiest of lineups to dive in against. Tekis, Magnus, Tusk.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
That's a nasty lineup of heroes to try and go on the ground against, especially when there's still the outer towers up. You're going to definitely run into difficulties.
Still a 6k cold lead for Thunder Predator. Moose using the smoke on himself and Leo style. Arcane Blink done. Going into Abyssal Blade. You're not wrong. This is Shadow Fiend from my pubs as well.
This is the pub Shadow Fiend. Yeah.
I'm not talking about the build. I'm talking about him taking the Philosopher's Stone from position 4 and 5.
He's got to get that money. Minos. He's going for Jin Q, and with the help of the Fisher, they'll find it. More techies deaths in this game. Top, start. Yeah, got up by White. Sort of losing heroes up and down the map now. PSG.LGD. Really bringing any sort of movement together, whilst Thunder Predator still keeping the plays very tight.
They will be able to take this tier 2 tower on the bottom, take over the outpost, going into Scotty, just tanking up. I think he needs to swap. Like, when Troll is in melee mode, like, everything is red. I like the 4 items, but needs to swap phase boots for something and the magic to be color coordinated.
He's going for Frank here, and he's found him. We'll put the BKB, worried about the jump in from Leo Style as Leo Style comes in. They are ready to go. Oh, a bit of a fit there between the Astral and the RP. And now the slams out from Moose. Leo Style's dead, so's for Faith Beyond. A bit of miscommunication there.
Leo Style. Oh, the blink to increase the cast point of the Shadow Razors almost gets him.
Meanwhile, in the base, Minos, he has been trapped.
Aegis is gone in 5 seconds.
Oh, it's a little risky. He's still got the back of MJZ with a false promise.
Regeneration kicking in. He managed to take the barracks. We'll take the second one. There's still tier 2 tower on a mid lane. Moose getting caught by Ame.
Can he actually kill him? Moose, he's into the trees. No bullet from Y will finish the job, but the rest of Thunder Predator, they're ready to start running at Ame and running at Y. Ame, he's trapped here in his own sprout. Leo Star just laying down the razors for the high ground. That's a dead Ame. Minos pushing down the mid. 11k, 12k lead just continues to grow, as this is just another game from Thunder Predator where they just have control and they've made the other team look completely lost.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're still respected the bombs actually used, so they know there are no bombs. I like how MGZ's from the precaution using Fate's Edict just in case, even though Troll is super tanky. He's going into Hood next item. This is what I like to see on the Troll. 25 minutes in, skewer back into the tier 4s. Like, they have a great setup. 4 staffs, they have Astral Imprisonment to set things up, so with the techies, you never know. We've all been in the situation where we think the game is over, we start clowning, and then it backfires.
No, this is where techies comes into his element. Xingqiu. Agnum's nearly done. Just say this is all going to plan for the techies. See how well he can hold up a high ground. Set some traps in place for nothing to say to get them with the blink skewer. Thunder Predator do start to try and break the base.
The seeds of fortune.
Well, to see if they can really do any considerable amount of damage to Mino. Not going to be easy.
Is under attack.
Incredibly tanky. Zame, Leo style.
He's pretending to be AFK, the classic move.
I mean, he's styling on him. Frank's coming over.
Well, who's styling on who?
All right, I think Arme's the one who wins that one. BKB and a TP out after the Eon disc, he's fine.
So bleak.
Frank with the serious item build, something that we've seen. Who was it? Was it Sona Eco with the 4 Hand of Midas queued up? Mid.
They weren't ready for that. Moose is getting a jump on nothing to say every time he tries to push out this mid lane. And now Leo style, he's got the setup on a Faith Beyond. Faith Beyond heading over towards White, laying down the razor, swash for the side from Frank, jump across. They're rolling thunders there. Frank finding the angle over onto Faith Beyond. Faith Beyond will come crashing down straight into the fissure of Moose.
They have a couple of sentries left to see the mines, but PSG.LGD holding the high ground. Almost full Abyssal Blade done on Shadow Fiend, so they will have something to stop these split pushes coming out from Ame.
It's gone in. It's going to be saved for now by the snowball, and he's very low enough to swashbuckle. Ame's dead. He's out of it. They've also ended up losing White. It's just Xingqiu left alive. He'll try and blast himself back off to safety. Chase attempted by Frank. He's off the mark with the swashbuckle moves, looking for the Fisher.
Get him,
the
get him.
Starts in with the razors. It isn't enough. There's a lot of mines going off, and it will kill Moose.
Task ball back. They're still not dealing any damage to the tier 3 tower. Maybe it's time to wait for the Roche. Will respawn in 2.5 minutes. You will have Abyssal Blade done. Troll going it to Scotty after finishing good. Like, he's just tanking up. He understands they don't have any kind of burst damage, so I'm good to go.
Big fan of this as well, Frank. Queuing up the Quad Midas. And confident.
First quarter of this game done, 30 minutes in. 3 left to go.
We'll let this one go for another hour against the techies. If they want to defend like this, might as well start making the money. See if go for it. I kind of hope he will. Against the techies, it's actually it's not bad.
Wait, who should get Ags?
No, Midas. I'm saying it the Pango. You know, Frank, he wants to do it. I would say go for it. You're against the techies. Who knows how long this game's going to be? It will pay itself off. But he's changed. Disappointment.
What about some meteor hammers? You know, drop them on the tower. Very efficient against the techies, but if you're standing there, you're also, you know, putting yourself in a bad spot for a skewer.
Yeah. I mean, it can work. You can roll in, hammer, roll out. Get the angle right. You can certainly do it, and it's very hard for PSG.LGD to stop it. He's going for sensible stuff, or at least that's what he's got queued up now. Going back for the basher.
I hear the thunder. This is actually the sound of this team.
It is.
Pangolier using the rolling thunder sound and cancelling it.
Beautiful sounds from Frank. Mid lane, the Predator, they're getting ready to go again. Arcane Rune and the Arcane Blink. The SF, Leo style. Have all the cooldowns in the world to play with. Raises upon raises.
Level 24 and a half, wants to buy the book. I don't think he needs it. With the outpost, he will have enough to be level 25. Kind of a waste, but he wants that 25. You know, and the arcane rune in the bottle.
The
maybe
triple cooldown reduction.
He might be able to just solo Roche with that in the bottle. Let's see if he decides to do it.
What are the raised cooldowns going to be? I do want him to try it. I mean, he doesn't need to. He's also got a troll on his team. Minos can easily do Roche on his own. So Leo Stahl, he's giving it a bit of the old AFK in the base. He's done. He's level 25. He's like, right, boys, I'm finished. You guys can finish off the game. He's probably taking a break, putting his feet up, getting a drink. Minos is dealing with Roche. Now Leo Stahl will see an opportunity to head out towards mid, join the team, just in case the fight's brought to them by PSG.LGD. But it won't be. PSG.LGD just staying very defensively by their base. Moves.
Good block.
There it is indeed. Leo Style in with the arcane blink. The arcane blink, of course, that cooldown reduction, putting it down to just over a 30-second cooldown on the Requiem.
It's going to be up again in 25. So
Yeah,
he can
nearly.
get another kill. Smoke. They're just having too much fun right now.
Oh, but this is just very, very impressive stuff. A team to Leo Style to be able to do this as with a
Nothing
first
to
pick
say. Watch the bottom lane.
Rank is over. On to Faith Beyond and on to Y. It's right in swashbuckling. Faith Beyond goes down. Y as well will fall. And meanwhile on the bottom lane, Leo Style, he does it with the Requiem. It's back up thanks to those low cooldowns. They've had enough Thunder Predator. They don't want to waste any more time playing against their Techies lineup. They're looking to try and close the game. They're over onto the tier 4s.
It is time to end this. You know, they pretty much had their share playing in the pubs against techies, all that hatred, like, yeah, you can feel it coming out right now.
Oh yeah, they want this over. They've had enough, they're trying to put a stop to it. The Sanities comes out, doesn't do a whole lot at all. As Faith Beyond's dead, Minos back to business. Onto the tier 4s, there's 3 dead on PSG.LGD. See if Arme can do anything, he's trying to go for them on the back, he's going to put the BKB and TP straight out. He's having a run. Another attempt here in the Sprout, he'll get out with the BKB, he's away. Bit of distraction taken away from the tier 4s. Last tier 4 still standing very low. Up to take the tier 3 instead. Minos ready to move over towards Xingqiu.
Get him.
Under the tower, he's rooted. He'll jump out with the blast off. Frank's heading over. Xingqiu nukes down by the raises of Leo Style.
And they can finally go for that throne if they want to.
Oh, Frank.
Oh, not that tanky.
No.
Can't really take 40 hits from the fountain.
Just rolls in. Oh no, it's gone. They haven't quite won the game yet.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Refresher on Shadowfin, so he can use 2 ultis, 2 Abyssal Blades.
He's just so insanely fast. 33 minutes, he's pretty much maxed out on the SF. It's a mind-blowing performance from Leo Style. And again, just to emphasize, doing this when you picked the Shadow Fiend first in your draft, after we've seen so many teams struggle when they get like an SF5 pick. Thunder Predator, they show that they're that good, they can just do it with a first pick.
Yeah, this is a bit of a clowny game. You can feel the teams are not taking it seriously, but yeah, Thunder Predator looked amazing. They really did. So did PSG.LGD, but another win in the bank for them.
There we go, the combo again. The Astral by a little bit of safety for Arme. He'll come out, put the BKB.
He can refresh and go in again with the Abyssal Blade if he wants to.
See if he wants to. He's holding on to it. Minos trapping out with the Sprout. Got everybody back up PSG.LGD, but can they do anything to stop this trial? Minos level 25, Heart, Scardy, S and Y. Completely choose 4k HP. They have to try and burst through. Sentries being dropped as an offering around the Ancient. I believe even the cheese placed on the floor as well.
Radiant's Ancient is under
the Predator. Now struggling to take down the Ancient. I believe the Sprout causing some problems. Oh, he's in the ball. What's going on with Big
Echo in the fountain.
Okay. Thunder Predator, ladies and gentlemen.
That's how you go out. With the rampage. That's what they've been waiting for.
I mean, there's the reason why the fans love this squad. The buyback is giving even more kills up for them. a Thunder Predator. They'll get the win, they'll take the game, and yeah, but they couldn't really end this group stage anyway better than that. You know, what a really suited ending there for them after such a run.
With the Rampage,
in
having
the
fun.